Hey everyone, a question I get asked quite often on my YouTube channel is I'm trying to buy my first drone and what should I get? Should I get the Mavic Air or the Typhoon H? Now that seems like an extreme because the Mavic Air and the Typhoon H couldn't be farther apart. Those things are not even closely related. But I think a lot of people pick them because of the price. The Typhoon H a lot of time is basically at the same price as the Mavic Air. And even if you get the Typhoon H with the real sense, the Typhoon H Pro, it comes in about the same price sometimes when it's on sale as the Mavic Air Fly More package. So people keep asking, what should I get? Well, it all depends what you want to do. Now, for portability's sake, let me just say this. This is the Mavic Air right here. That's it. Everything is in that little bag. So if I was going on vacation, that's great. Typhoon H, it's on my back. You see it back here? That's the Typhoon H back there. So probably not something you want to take on a vacation unless you're going, I don't know, someplace hiking off the beaten path. So anyways, what I'm going to do in this video, I'm not going into anything in depth. I'm just going to show you both drones and you can decide from there which one you'd want to buy. So it looks like I got an audience out here to watch me today. I've got Canada geese over there. They're not too happy I'm here. They're giving me a little bit of heck. They might come running over every now and then, so just ignore them. So here I have the Typhoon H, and here I have the Mavic Air. So I'm going to unbox them and just show you quickly. So if you were out flying and you got yourself a Mavic Air, it comes in a nice little package like this. Here's how you would set it up. You would just open this up. Do this really quick. Get rid of the gimbal guard. You can see with the Mavic Air, it's pretty decent. It's all made for portability and compactness, which is really decent. You see, I'm doing this all with gloves on because it is pretty cool out here today. So anyways, you would do that. Now, you notice you're missing something right here, and that's because the Mavic Air does not come with a display. You have to use a tablet, like an iPad mini, or you can use a real iPad, a big one, but you'd have to get some sort of stand or any other tablet by Samsung or whatever. Or what they prefer is that you use your phone. And if you have a phone, you're just going to take your phone and you're going to plug it in into this little device here. And there you go. You are set up and ready to fly. Then you would power everything on, and the Mavic Air, I have to say, really grabs the GPS signal very fast. This thing is ready to go in an extremely fast amount of time. And I'm just going to move the Mavic Air and everything over there. And now we're going to do the Typhoon H. Unseparate. Now this case is a case I bought, but if you get the Typhoon H Pro with the real sense, it comes with its own case. So inside I've got the Typhoon H. So you grab it out of the package. I've got a battery in it right here already. You plop it down. I'll just move you out of the way. You would have to put the arms out to get going. On the front, you have to take the gimbal guard off the camera. There we go. So we have that off. And then you would have to put the props on. Go back here. You've got 6 props. 3 turn one way and 3 turn the other way. And you see you have white, black, black. And you just match them up. So you look at your thing, white, white, and they just click in nicely. And then you do black. And if you don't get your props on properly, like if you don't click them in, when you go to take off, they will go flying off before you even leave the ground. And then the next thing you do is take out your controller and you're pretty much all set. So you see this controller here, unlike DJI, you have to use your cell phone or tablet. YUNEEC provides the tablet built in. You can't use an external tablet. So they already have the operating system built in, so everything's there. And if you look at the controllers really quick, if you look at DJI, this controller looks like it was designed by Apple because there's hardly any buttons on it, nothing. And this controller looks like it's designed by Microsoft because it's got a million buttons all over the place, anything you could possibly want, use, or imagine. They do basically the same thing. This one here doesn't put the buttons on the controller. You have to use the controller in the app. Yeah, I hear you, geese. You have to use the controller. You have to use the options in the actual app on your phone or your tablet, which is similar to here. Here, what they do is they have less options in the tablet, and they're right here on physical buttons, so you can touch stuff. Size comparison between the two. So what do you think? Which one would you prefer? Now, just a quick review on the selling features of the two. Here we have the Mavic Air. One thing that, besides its portability, it has sensors on the back, sensors on the bottom and sensors on the front. That means objects in the back, the front, or on the bottom, it will detect and not crash into. This is basically DJI's version of sort of like a selfie drone. It's kind of a selfie drone and kind of a pro drone, but you know, it's in between. The Typhoon H, if you buy the base version, the cheapest one possible, then you only get sensors on the front. No sensors on the bottom, no sensors on the back. If you buy the professional version, the much more expensive version, then you get sensors on the front, you get extra sensors, the RealSense, which is really awesome, and you get sensors on the bottom. So for a beginner, you should always get the one with the RealSense because it will help avoid crashing into objects. All right, so I'm just powering on the ST16 controller, this huge thing right here. It has its own battery, it's rechargeable. All right, so I'm starting up the Typhoon H here. Now, the Typhoon H, the way you start it is just press this button here. We're all good. Your satellite's down here. You can't really see it. I can see it though. It says ready, 18 satellites. So I'm just going to take it up. There we are. Bring it down so I can see it. Get out of the sun. So one thing with the Typhoon H compared to the little Mavic Air is it's got 6 props. So since it has 6 props, they don't have to turn very fast. So it's not very loud. And here I'll just hit this little switch to bring the landing gear up. So that's one of the cool selling features. Now, I'm just going to hit the record so it records video. You see the camera at the bottom? I'm going to set my dial here to let's go right about there. Put that up. And now I'm going to make the camera go around. And here I'll bring it down so it sees me a little bit. There you go. Camera's down. See me, my goofy helmet, my camera on my head. I'll flick this switch and my little, see my camera turning? So that's the 360 degrees. I'll just bring you up so it keeps me in focus here. And you can turn that faster if you want. So if I want to go faster, I turn this dial. And there we go. See, my camera's now going really fast. Going around and around and around and around. I bring it back. And if I want to bring it right to the front, I just push this button and it comes forward. And there I am. It has a heck of a lot of power since it has 6 props. So when I tell it to go up, here I'll just put my camera back forward. When I tell it to go up, it goes very fast. Much faster than a Mavic Air. So it's a very, very, very powerful drone. Here, I'll get out of the sun so you can see. I'll bring it down over to the Canada geese. Forward. It moves extremely fast. I don't even have it in the fast speed. I'll bring it down. Now here's a cool thing you can do. I'm going to stop right here at the edge. Now say I wanted to look around. I'm going to turn my 360 on and I'm going to make the camera spin as I move. So now it looks like I'm flying that way, but I'm not. See, I'm actually flying and you get these really cool shots. See that? That's pretty wild. And if I bring the drone back, it's coming back to me, it's still spinning. So it's doing this really cool thing with the camera spinning. So that's the claim to fame of a Typhoon H. This is what's so cool about it. Now, something that a lot of people don't know, that I think anyways, is that the Typhoon H was one of the first ones to come out with this really cool, I call it the selfie mode, photo mode. It came out, everybody calls it droney now or whatever, but the Typhoon H was one of the first drones to have this, and this was 2 years ago. So on here I'm going to pick it, it's journey mode. So I pick that, it says make sure you're about 10 feet away. So I go back about 10 feet. It says slide to start. So I just sit here, I'm not doing anything. So there you go, see it's spinning around if I get close to it, and it flies away. It leaves the camera pointing at me. It's probably hard to see with the sun, maybe I should have did it in a different direction. So it's flying up there, I'm not doing anything, I don't have the thing on. Now it spins around, so it then faces back to where the camera is facing me, and it comes back to me. I'm not gonna touch anything. It's gonna stop right where it left off, and there we go. And that's called, on here, journey mode. It's like what other items used for droney mode and whatnot. And for follow me, it just follows the actual controller like this. So wherever I walk with the controller, that's what it's following right now. So it doesn't have the ability to just follow me. If I put this down and keep walking, well then this is what happens. I will just walk out of frame because it needs the controller. So, and that's the Typhoon H. It's a really good drone. I have a lot of fun with it. If you're, let's just bring it close. If you're into the cool factor of drones and you like how a drone looks and how it flies and all the neat stuff about it, well, you can't go wrong with the Typhoon H. The only thing it's lacking is the portability, but it is cool with the little landing gear that goes up and down and the camera that spins around. And it does have, see the front, these two little sensors over there? So on my little switch I have object avoidance. If I turn it on, it should start freaking out. And it should back up. There you go, see it? And it tells me here, well you can't see it, it shows me the range. It says, I'm too close. You hear the beeps? There you go. So now if I get closer, watch. Means you're getting close to something. Back up. There you go. So with that, when you hear those beeps, it cannot fly forward into something. But as you saw with the camera is not too bad. So I'm going to do the similar things with the camera on the Mavic Air. Just bring it back here. So I'm going to bring it back over and land it over by the Mavic Air. You can also turn the GPS off on the Typhoon H, but you cannot turn the GPS off on the Mavic Air. If I turn the GPS off on the Typhoon H, it will fly super fast because it's not using GPS to keep it stabilized. But it's a very stable drone. You just have to be very confident with it. So let's put your little landing gear down and bring you over there. See if I can do a pinpoint landing right in that little spot without crashing into anything. I normally hand catch all my drones, but I'm not going to do it here. That's pretty funny. It has such a huge prop wash that we got her, baby, we got her. Just like on the Mavic Air, the video and all that is cached inside here and also on an SD card in the actual camera. So the high quality stuff is in here and you put it on your computer from taking the micro SD out, and it's also on your controller. All right, the Mavic Air, all you do is power it on here. Starts up, it's gonna make a funny little sound. Power this on. Now, as I mentioned with the Mavic Air, you're going to have to use a tablet or a phone. It does not use the GPS in your phone for any of the functions. It just runs off the GPS in the actual Mavic Air. It's already telling me that out in the cold, the battery suffers a little bit. It is a little bit below freezing right now, so my hands are pretty cold. But here we go. So I've got everything on. I just put it in auto mode. I'll hit record. Now, to take off the Mavic Air, if you're a beginner, you have a little button here that you can click on that would say slide to take off. So for beginners, that's how you would take off. So here we go. We're going to slide to take off. It starts up. Goes straight up. So that beeping you hear is because those sensors in the back see me. So I get out of the way. The beeping should stop. So you can spin it around in place, just use my little dial. With it being small like this, it's not very fast. You see how fast it is compared to the, now watch, I'll walk beside it. This is full speed. It's not a very fast drone. You have to put it in sport mode to get it to go fast. If I put it in sport mode here, now watch how fast it is. It's crazy fast. And bringing it back in sport mode, it's crazy fast. I just get out the hell out of the way. I have to put the brakes on. That thing is crazy. So for beginners, don't fly in sport mode. Wait until you're really good and then fly that way. I'm gonna go up in the air full blast on this. Here we go. Not as fast as the Typhoon H because there's only 4 props. You see, it takes a while to get up there. For flying around, I'll take it around the same path that I took the Typhoon H. So unlike the Typhoon H, I can't do any of those fancy camera things or whatnot. It's basically if I want to spin, I have to spin the drone like this. I'm doing it manually as I'm moving, but the problem is I'm not going in the proper direction. So you're kind of limited in your camera option, your camera shots. Now if I want to do follow me, gotta find me in the picture. There we go, there I am. Probably can't see me. And what it does says just draw a square around me and hit go. And if I hit go, which I've done, It's following me. So no matter where I walk, the drone will follow me around here. So if I go down this path, I'm walking, don't even have to look at it. So it's facing me this way. All right, unlike the Typhoon H, I could put this on the ground and keep walking. I don't need it because it's following me. So it comes around here and coming back this way. So there we go. So that's the difference with these two. And I'll do the same quick shot I did with the Typhoon H, which is the droney mode. I want droney. It says draw a box around me. All right, so now what it's gonna do is just fly backwards. I just hit up on droney, so I hit go. 3, 2, 1, and it should take off. There we go. It's doing it automatically. So what it's gonna do is capture a video of the drone flying away from me, and then it's already recording. It automatically engages its own recording. So it's recording, I don't even have to hit the record button, and then it comes back to me. It's gonna fly back just like the Typhoon H did. Now, one of the features everybody loves on the Mavic Air is this one here, which is in quick shots again. We're gonna do asteroid, draw a box around me, and here's what's gonna happen. I hit go, 3, 2, 1. See you later. So with asteroid, it flies up really high in the sky, and what it does is as soon as it reaches a certain point in the sky, it's going to then take a panorama shot. Now it's going to pile that entire panorama shot together into one movie, and it's going to put it together really fast. It's going to give me a sphere looking image of my shot, which is going to be pretty cool. So, all right, so that's the Mavic Air. Really good drone, small, compact, great for vacations and travel, and even hiking. It's pretty good. And one other comment on these two drones, they both use Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is like Wi-Fi in your home. What it means is that this shoots out a Wi-Fi signal, this shoots out a Wi-Fi signal, and your little controllers here connect via Wi-Fi and communicate via Wi-Fi. So that means that if you have buildings in between your controller and the drone, a forest, hills, whatnot, you are going to get interference and it's not going to work that well. So it really reduces the range. And speaking of the range, this one here is over a mile and this one's probably about over 2 miles on a good day. So a little bit more range on the Mavic Air than on the Typhoon H. And flight times, this has less flight time than the Typhoon H. Typhoon H, you can fly longer than the Mavic Air on a battery. All right, the sun is leaving me. It's getting a little bit cooler out here and the wind is starting to pick up a bit. So I am starting to get really cold. And you can see with the water behind me, it doesn't make it any warmer because that water is darn cold. That's all melting ice in there. So anyways, not much more to say on these two drones. Hopefully this video is giving you some idea of what both drones can do. I've kept it very basic. I'm not saying one drone is better than the other. They are both at total opposite ends of the spectrum for what you want to use them for due to their size and what they can do. So now that you know a little bit more about these drones, you pick the one that's right for you, and I'm sure you'll be happy with whatever drone you pick because they're both great. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it the thumbs up, even if you have a mid on your hand, and stay tuned for more videos and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more great videos like this. Take care.